check.
That's right. What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to No Negative Behavior. My name is Kevye.
My name is Dills.
My name is Justice, a.k.a. LaDonna Shador.
Oh, we got Justice in the building,
She
a.k.a.
came ready. She came ready.
What was that a.k.a. again?
LaDonna Shador on Instagram.
Okay, LaDonna Shador. Jador. Still, get a little closer to the mic. Where that bomb at?
LaDonna Shador.
There she go.
So yeah, she came to help us today. Whatever we're gonna talk about a whole lot. But before we do all of that, I mean, my man Dice wanted a little small segment to, I mean, I guess discuss some things with the listeners.
Oh yeah, definitely. I hopefully everybody had a good weekend this weekend. You know, alive and well, still healthy and strong. You know what I'm saying? I did a lot this weekend. This Thursday, I went to a seminar with my boy Rick Gunther, which was official tissue. It was really, really dope, and I suggest it's called the Soapbox. Show a picture of him real quick, Cruz. You got it? This guy right here that we're about to show, Rick Gunther. Shout out to Rick Gunther. You know, he's a childhood friend of mine, but now he's doing his thing. He's a choreographer. He'll be on the show in the near future. He's a dope guy, but he's really trying to empower people with being in charge of their life. That's his message, how to take control of your life and, your decisions and your life decisions and how to make good decisions. So that was dope. And it was inspiring. It was very, very inspiring. Had me listening. He had me listening. I learned something. And, it was official tissue. I wish I'd have brought you with me, Kev.
You definitely had talked to me about, you told me you was going or whatever, like, you said it was Saturday, right?
No, that was on Thursday. That was Thursday evening.
But you told me, you said he would be on. You said you were trying to get
him.
Yeah.
Right. He's definitely going to come through. Shout out to Rick Gunther. That, his seminar is super dope. I also went to this other men's seminar this weekend with in the Bronx with my friend Terrence. And it was another men's seminar. I'm sorry to exclude you, and all this. It's men talk.
She gonna get her moments.
Of course.
She gonna get her moments.
It was a men's seminar, and it was official too. I learned men sharpen men like steel sharpens steel. I'm pretty sure somebody heard that before. So this was very transforming. It was enlightening. The men shared their stories, they actually poured it all out. They let it out, and I respect that. I really respect when men do that, and which kind of leads me to today. But there was one thing that really stuck out to me during that seminar, and that was let me make sure I get his name right. I got his name on paper over here. He's a bishop-elect. Everybody was dope. Shout out to William Livingston. William Livingston, I met him. He was adopted as a child, and him and I both have the same last name. And I don't really know a lot of my father's family on that side. And he's from the Bronx. My pops was from Bronx, Harlem, things of that nature. So that was interesting. Shout out to Terrence McDaniel. He was on the drums. He talked about reentry and coming back from incarceration. He did 18 years in prison, sort of like myself, and now he's out, he's working, he's doing his thing. Pastor Parks spoke about relationships, infidelity, and the trials and tribulations, being happily married, being equally yoked. He spoke about things such as that, which is always informative for men to hear his mistakes, so they won't go through it. But we still go through it anyway. We step right to it, right?
Damn sure go through it.
For sure. And definitely Bishop Eric McDaniels, that was his church, and he put it all together. Shout out to the bishop for putting it all together. But the last person that I want to mention was Bishop-elect Courtney Bradley, which offered a healing towards the end of the conference. And, he shared some things with me that also inspired me to have this show, this revealing, so to speak, and he gave me he encouraged me. He said, God told him to tell me to stop worrying. That was his message. And, you know, he put hands on me, and he gave me some encouraging words. And, you know, I just think that he gave me the momentum to do what I need to do.
You ready?
Am I ready?
You
How was your weekend? You want to start there? You want to just go right in? Just let's talk.
Honestly, pretty much what we gonna get into, whatever. Like, I don't think anybody give a fuck about my weekend.
But wait. We got a guest on the show. You gotta talk to her a little bit.
My weekend was cool.
Yeah, step a little.
My weekend was cool. I went out to eat.
You went on a date?
I went out to eat.
She went on a date.
My weekend was cool. So yeah.
Where'd you go?
I went to a spot called the Rains Library. It's downtown in the William Vale Hotel.
You was in a hotel?
Nah, it's a it's a hotel bar. It's like a nice setting if you would actually want to take someone on a date. They have like 4 separate rooms. It's real cozy. It has like sofas, a whole wall just full of like different wines and liquors.
So you stayed?
And,
I'll fuck with you.
and after I went to an Italian restaurant for dinner. So yeah.
How was it? How was everything?
Everything was great. Everything was nice.
Did you take a picture of the food, not the guy?
No, I didn't.
Oh, this was a date?
I went out with a friend.
There you go.
Okay.
A friend date.
Which is cold for
a date.
We was hanging out. He has he ain't got no chance of hitting it.
No.
Damn. What are these watching?
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
You just gonna friend zone a nigga publicly like that? Like shit. Real talk, he got you to join with the sofas and all that,
Friend
with the
zone
weird
is
pillows
the
and
best
everything.
zone, man. Brother, if you watching, stay in the friend zone.
For real, man. What's
Please.
going on?
Friend
We
zone.
could do dinner again.
Shit,
Wow.
bro. She ain't stole your number.
So how was your weekend, Kev? What'd you do?
I spent my weekend with my daughters. You know what I'm saying? I was in daddy mode.
That's
you know what I
dope.
mean? That's, you know what I mean?
You stay in daddy mode, which is good.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I take every other weekend off or whatever, you know what I mean? To make sure everything is in order. And that shit ran me ragged, honestly.
Right.
Like, I don't work weekends, but shit, I work weekends.
Well, just very briefly, speaking of work, you know, I got kind of like banged up on a job. I got hit by the truck, and then today it was my first day back, and we working on one of the heavy blocks. They had me on.
Oh, they put you back on?
Yeah, they had me on the garbage truck.
You ain't do y'all ways?
I didn't do y'all ways, no. And we got to 3rd Avenue, a block in Mount Vernon, and they had these bags that look like body bags.
What truck you was on?
I can't remember. I don't even know. But the garbage bags are like body bags. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Hell yeah.
And they were heavy, and I was trying to just tweak my back again. Right now I'm on Flexerol, Teradol.
3rd and 3rd?
Yeah.
He was at the corner.
Yeah, I had to go to the emergency room. They hit me with a shot in the ass. and I'm going to tell you, the shot, the medication going in hurt more than the needle. Yeah, so I'm on Flexerol, Teradol.
You copped out, Gina. I don't want to fight no more.
Word, Gina. I don't want to fight.
I don't want to fight no more.
Definitely. But
oh no,
you know, the muscle relaxers got me relaxed right now. That's why my voice sound like this. You know. But anyway, let's get to it. Let's just get right to it. First and foremost, yesterday marked my 2-year anniversary of being home, released from prison. Yeah, definitely. I give myself congratulations for that too. 2 years. I think it was, 730 days I've been home after doing 6,000 and something days. So, you know, I really, really, really feel good about that. And, you know, being that it is my 2-year anniversary, you know, today is actually the first day after, and it feels good to like clean your slate and reset. Aside from the fact, you know, all the things that the pastor told me, what I learned from Rick, and you know, I was heavily burdened, pretty much. I was really, really heavily burdened. So,
Yo, like I'm thinking to myself, like, bro, just go for it, bro.
Go
Fuck
for
that. Just go for it.
All right.
It's a Band-Aid, bro. Rip it off, bro.
I'm going to rip it off. I'm going to rip. Listen, I'm going to rip the Band-Aid off. But I just have to set the stage, right? The hardest part is to say it, right?
But the suspense.
The suspense
is killing me.
Oh boy, yo.
You dig?
So what you do yesterday? No, I was just playing. Check it out. So, seriously speaking, I've been since coming home, and I don't want to make an excuse, but there was a lot of things that I didn't know. There was a lot of things that my experiences were very limited when I was inside the joint, and getting out after all these years, being married. I came home. I've been married since 2005. I come home. I've been away for so long, and I got into a lot of trouble, like with the women, the females. Being an infidel. My infidelities were ridiculous and ran rapid, and I hurt a lot of people while doing so. It just didn't affect me, but it affects everyone around me. And you ever had that feeling? You just...
Hell yeah.
How about you?
Not really.
Like... Nah, but right now this is your moment to own it, bro. So just, swing for the fence.
Damn, you just want me to... You think it's...
I'm like, bro, like... How you gonna take from the moment? He was building it up, and it was like,
but
nah.
I'm just saying it is a moment. This is hard. It's hard to come up here and share your truth. And
I just want people to know that I'm completely against this.
Yeah, well,
completely.
I said it. I've been
I'm completely
I've been
against
a cheater.
doing this.
Listen, I've been a cheater.
Okay.
All right. Is that satisfying? Is that clear enough?
No, honestly, it's undeniably clear. But now just
not helping me at
now
all.
just create now just more so just I guess help whoever.
Tell it.
What do you mean? I'm telling it. I'm saying that I've been a cheater, bro. Everything hasn't been good. I mean, my life hasn't been straight and narrow. Nothing's been really easy. The choices. And it seems like this. If I talk to a woman, whether I share. I usually I'm one of the persons that like to share. Like I like to talk. I like to share and get feedback. And somehow, it kind of like turns into a relationship. And though I'm in a relationship, I'm married. It's hard for me to stop their momentum. I didn't want to hurt. I didn't want to hurt them. So I just pretty much y'all are not saying anything. Y'all just letting me talk.
Oh no, I just went.
No.
I got you right now. I got you right now. But you know what it is? You know what? I got a question. I got a question.
Please.
In reference to your infidelities, or cheating or whatever we refer to it as, do you think it's based on your happiness?
Yes, I think that it's definitely based on my happiness. Like being unhappy, and being able to actually have the opportunity to talk to other people, because you're limited when you're in prison. You see things, but you don't really get to approach, or having someone approach me like that.
Right.
That was different for me. Like coming home and a girl approached me, and she trying to talk to me and yada yada yada. That was different too.
But you don't think, due to your circumstance, you was doomed out the gate to take that ride, 18 joints? Who think about that though? How many people would have really been on their best behavior?
Yo, not many, and believe me, I've talked to numerous of my fellas that, have recently come home and have come home within the last 2 years about this. And, a lot of them came home and immediately had children,
Right.
and immediately got divorced or got caught cheating. It was a mess. My life has been messy on that side, the relationship side. My life has just been a complete mess. I'm living.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, you may.
You
Thank
said that
Jesus
you're
Christ.
not happy. So what exactly were you not happy about that led you to do these things?
Well, let me tell you, before I answer that question, I just want to say that I married my wife in 2005. I came home in 2017. So I went to prison in 2000. So from 2005 to 2017, my wife was there riding it out. She was there. And, I got to shout out to Nicole, shout you out. But there was a lot of times that, I was pretty much felt like our marriage was over. It was doomed. Like, I thought the arguments and the fighting and the jealousies would eventually disqualify us.
I got a question, bro. Have you ever apologized for any of these things?
Yes, once, but yeah, it was sort of like an apology, but at the same time was still hiding.
But is this today an apology?
This is it could be viewed. Oh man, it could be viewed as an apology. Yes, this is an apology, but at the same time, this is because I've been home 2 years, but I'm not free. When I mean free is that I'm hiding. I'm always hiding, and lying, and it comes to a point where you don't want to live that life. No, who wants to live like that? Who wants to go around making excuses, telling lies, and hurting people, just hurting people, like bulldozing right through people, hurting them. So I don't want to do that. The name of the show is No Negative Behavior. Of course, I ain't perfect, but sometimes you gotta face your truth. You have to man up, and this is what I felt like. Pouring it out there would release. It would get it off of me, because like I said, I'm carrying all of this. My bedroom is terrible. My bedroom is a reflection of my thoughts. My bedroom looks like a pigsty right now. Pigsty.
You got a red light, nigga?
Yo, it's ridiculous, because it's a reflect, and you can't even. I'm not saying all relationships are sexual relationships,
Right.
but when you start establishing these relationships come with different things. It comes, they want time.
You're saying like you're formulating exactly what the type of it's like conversations that might be inappropriate,
right?
A call
Exactly.
that's after hours or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying, these can all be situations that can be looked upon as cheating. Like
Right.
exchanging numbers with ill intent could be cheating if
Right.
you look at it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying, but
That's a fact. And
Justice, I want to hear something.
yeah,
I wanna hear something.
Let's hear your perspective, Justice.
I'm listening to you talk, and you're being open, you're being honest, but I really don't hear you really trying to own everything. For one, I don't know your whole situation with your wife, but dealing with a man who is in prison for that long of a time and holding it down and being loyal, being faithful, like that takes a certain type of woman. And I feel like it's a common trend when men go away, women are automatically supposed to go into that mode where it's like they have to hold it down. They're going on these visits. They're changing their whole lives. They're basically doing the time with you. So, granted, you married her while you were still in prison, but I feel like, you know, when you came out, you know, that should have been your time to really go and, you know, counsel yourself with her, because most of the time that you were with her, you were in prison. And being with someone in prison is different than being with someone outside. Things change. Even for her, things change. Like, she's been home all those years by herself. Now you guys are in the same space together. You just got your freedom. You're seeing a whole bunch of new bitches out there. So you're kind of just like, okay, I'm seeing this one. I have my wife at home. So I feel like you should have been more, you know, honest with yourself.
I want to chime in. Do you mind? Is that okay? I got you. But now you gonna get it to me. Dice, I'm gonna take this ass one for you, bro. I got you. Check this out. For anybody watching, honestly, real talk, in most cases, I know so many women that hold it down for a guy while he's locked up or whatever, and that's the healthiest point of their relationship. That's the healthiest point. Because 9 times out of 10, he was a cheater before he went in. You see those cases all the time where 9 times out of 10, a dude goes in and you're holding him down. But that's when he's most faithful, when he's inside.
Well, no, because I feel like men have the most bitches when they're in prison. They be having them bitches in rotation, coming to visit every week. Each girl has her weekend, and you don't realize it until you go to court and you seen a whole bunch of other bitches there. So they cheat the most when they're in prison. No one hurt me. I'm just speaking facts. Like, niggas are the most unfaithful when they're in prison.
But wait, let me just
and the
say,
most ungrateful.
Let me just say this, right? Because you're right. She's right, and you're right.
You're right.
But at the same time, like, in my situation, there was no more court. All right, no more court, and I had already did 5 years, so you know, there's not a whole bunch of people coming.
Right.
And you know, she came, but she definitely held it down. And to touch on what she said, we did go to counseling.
Okay,
we tried several times.
Okay, I have another question. All right. Is it appropriate for me to ask her age?
She's in her early 40s.
All right, she's in her 40s. All right, now any woman in her 40s, right? Not to discredit her or to big you up, because bottom line, like I said, like we've already determined that what was done was wrong. But in no action, what rational thinker would honestly think a person would lose 18 joints in his life, right? And bottom line, you didn't lose your appeal, you didn't lose your spunk, you didn't lose your charisma, or whatever it is that women are into. What woman would honestly not think in the back of her mind that it's a possibility that 9 times out of 10, when this person does come home, they're not going to be who they say they're going to be over the phone or through the visits and all that other stuff? Like, it's like, think about it though. Like, you committed to doing that, but you and I both know whatever. The moment you stepped foot outside, you didn't realize how hard that shit was. It was really hard.
Right.
Way hard. It's easier said than done.
Definitely.
Because for what women deserve, not all the time men can give that shit to them.
Definitely.
And that's the truth.
It is true.
Like, you commit to doing something, but 9 times out of 10, it's like that shit is literally pulling a building.
It is true.
It's almost impossible.
And the thing is with me, you know, I haven't been in that many relationships in my life. And when I say that, I mean relationships. I haven't had that many girlfriends in my life. So, you know, first and foremost, I never broke up with a woman. Don't even know how to. And secondly,
oh shit,
a call.
Yep. I'm gonna give you some pointers on breaking up. I got you. I got you.
Hello, caller. You on the air? Welcome to No Negative Behavior Show.
Hi, everybody. This is Taisha. I think this is a really interesting topic, and I have a different point of view. I can relate to where you're coming from, Dice.
Right.
It's good that you said your apologies, because at the end of the day, as long as you sincerely apologize and you know that the lifestyle and the relationship isn't working and you bow out, like, look, this just is not what you expected it to be, and you want to move on with your life, you shouldn't feel bad about that. Right. Now, the problem that a lot of women have, if I can speak from a woman that's been incarcerated for many years.
Mm-hmm.
Many years. You see what I'm saying? I spent a
Yes.
lot of my time in prison, right?
Right.
So when you come out of prison, you may have these expectations for yourself, or you may think about how you want things to go, but when you come out, it's a totally different ballgame.
Oh, most
The
definitely.
world has changed by this man is in 18 years.
For
So
sure.
there is no way in hell you want to come out and have a wife as a warden. You don't want to really be bothered down by anybody.
I
And
can
what
dig
women
it.
don't understand is when these men are being locked up, the world that they're living in is completely, it's kind of functional chaos. And then you have to live a certain type of way in protection mode, constantly on a defense, and then you learn to spend a lot of your time by yourself, because really, when you're behind that wall, it's just you.
Right.
Don't matter who come to visit, who may put money on your books, you are living in that world by yourself. So if you come out and you immediately, somebody have all of these expectations for your life and their life, it's like, oh no, I just left from being told what to do. That's not what I
Exactly.
want to do.
Right.
I didn't think that's how it was going to be. You didn't expect that. Your intentions was good, but the world is different when you get out. That's why a lot of times you got to let people get out and grow and figure things out, and then maybe they can get in a relationship.
Definitely.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Most
then,
definitely.
too, I agree with what the co-host said, the guy, when he said, you think about it, why do women, all these free men in the world doing good, and you're such a, I'm not trying to degrade nobody, but why would you look for love in a person that's in solitude, that's in struggle mode, that's kind of like,
What's your name?
you
Can you hear me?
You kind of get where I'm coming from?
Can you
Yes,
hear me?
definitely.
Taisha?
Taisha.
Yes?
All right.
Uh-huh.
In reference to that, I've never been on the other side of the fence, the other side of the gate, the wall, whatever you want to prefer to it as. But I'm totally against anybody knocking somebody finding love or considering love in that perspective. Like, people gonna do what they want to do, but I think more so approach it with the rational mind frame. Like,
right.
Just know, like, it's relatively like you get what you deserve when you get it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, but in some cases, you got to think about it, though. I know women that their strongest, healthiest relationships is when the guy goes inside. Because that's when he's not abusive, he's not disrespectful. That's when you pretty much get to see the humble him, but you remember who he was before he went inside.
That's when he's not
No,
around.
but let me tell you
Right.
this. That's dysfunction. That's dysfunctionality on her part, too, because if he can't be that way while he's free and out with you, that means if it's unhealthy. Both parties just have unhealthy thinking.
Right.
Like, why would I want to wait till a man go to jail? Now he's the best man for me, but he's locked up in prison. Like, that's unhealthiness within myself.
It is.
People have to take accountability for their own happiness and their own healthiness when it comes to even dealing with somebody else.
I definitely
And I don't
agree
think
with that.
these men should be. I don't think that these men should be under a lifetime contract, because at that moment in time, we was rocking cool, but now I'm over here and things, we know that this ain't gonna work, but I should be stuck with you for the rest of my life because you supposedly was there for me because you wanted to be. If you was there because you wanted to be and you appreciate who I was then appreciate who I am now, saying that I want to move on further in life. I mean, what's wrong with that?
I thank you, Taisha. Thank you. I appreciate your call. I got it. And I think that it's not so much about my wife. It's not so much. Yeah, it's not so much about her, because if that's the case, we could have got a divorce before I came home. We could have got a divorce a long time ago. And I love her because before she was my wife was my friend. I knew her since she was 10 years old. I knew her since she was 10. So the thing is that it's really about me and the chaos that I created because I wasn't keeping it official. I wasn't keeping it 100. We got another caller. Ty. Thank you for calling, baby. I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna talk to you again. Your investigation is well received. All right, bro. It's really about. Hold on, caller. It's really about the chaos that I created and the people that I'm hurting. I don't want to hurt nobody no more. So this is why I'm doing what I'm doing, because I don't want to hurt. I don't want to lie to nobody. I don't want to steal anyone's time. You know what I'm saying? We got another call on the air. Caller, you there?
Yeah, you gotta call her on the air. It's your wife. It's your wife. First and foremost, I want you to clarify to these people, because Kevye and Taisha seem to think that I'm just some random broad that married you while you was in jail.
No, I just clarified
that. Clarify to them that I've known you since I was 10 years old.
You're not listening to the show.
He literally just spoke that he knew you since he was 10 years old.
I just said that.
Well, I didn't hear that because I was holding on, calling in.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's first and foremost.
She's very mad.
So, when you say something about somebody not being in their right mind about marrying a dude in prison.
Time out. Yeah. Time out. You know, I clarified all of that. You need not to reiterate that. You know, you wasn't listening. Obviously, you missed that.
It's not that I wasn't listening. I was calling in, so I couldn't hear while I was calling in.
Okay.
Yeah, but that point was actually, he spoke about that you guys have had a relationship. Y'all were friends way before you got together, and you was 10 years old when y'all met.
Absolutely. The second piece of what I wanted to say was basically your little apology or somewhat apology is bullshit.
I didn't even get
you
to
talking
finish.
about not. No, you said in the very beginning, Kevye asked you, "Is this an apology?"
Right.
And you was like, "Yeah, somewhat, not really." And then your bullshit about you don't want to hurt people. Nigga, I ain't people. I'm your fucking wife. Fuck them other bitches. You need to apologize to me first and foremost. First and foremost. Who gives a fuck about them other bitches that you've been fucking? You need to apologize to your wife who, like you said, held you down. Who been there for your ass?
Nicole.
Fuck what them other bitches think and how you hurting them other bitches. Think about how you fucking hurt your wife.
Right. Okay. And just to clarify what I was saying, first and foremost, Nicole, I want to apologize to you for all the things that I put you through, the pain that I put you through, the sleepless nights that I put you through, you know, and any of the wasted time that you feel that you spend on me, money and things of that nature. I apologize for messing that up and for destroying that and destroying the trust that you had in me, and for just being a dirtbag. You know, I was like a gas station cat. You know what I'm saying? A little greasy gas station cat. So,
it's another call.
But what I was really mentioning when I was talking about the hurt, I was really talking about all the people that I hurt. It's not other bitches, and you know, it's just everybody that's around me, because of the things that I've done, the things that be on my mind, the things that be heavy on my shoulders. You know, I lash out at everybody. Everybody. It's a ripple effect. You know, you still on the line?
Yeah, I'm still on the line. I'm just listening to what you're saying.
Oh.
You know.
Real quick?
Huh?
Can I chime in real quick?
Yeah, sure.
I feel like the problem is that you cheated with zero regard. As crazy as it sounds, there is a way to cheat where you kind of are showing the person that you know that you're with, that you care, that you value them, that you respect them. You didn't just have sex with these girls. You were building.
He never said he had sex with everybody. Clarify that.
He did. He
did not. He said.
He didn't say it, but he did. He didn't say it, but he did. So let's keep it 100.
Okay.
So keep it 100, Dice.
You didn't just have sex with these girls, or whether it was texting or dates or dinner. You built full-on relationships with them, and you made them feel that they were on the same playing field as your wife. No one knew their place. So when you build in all these different bonds outside of your marriage, granted cheating is wrong, but when you get to that level, it's really fucked up. And then coming out on a platform like this, I mean, I'm happy that you went with your gut. You did it how you did it. But, I just feel like that's the sad part about it. And men don't get that it's one thing to have sex with another girl, or I catch you texting another girl. But once I see that you form that bond with her where you're, confiding in this girl, it's like, it's hurtful. It's like a different level of hurt.
Right.
I'm glad you said that, and thank you for saying that, because this is the first time that I'm hearing about relationships. You know what I mean? He's never used that motherfucking word before, relationships. So you in relationships with other bitches, Dice?
All right.
Keep it 100.
Yo, listen.
Keep it 100.
Listen, this is
Nicole. Just keep watching. We got another caller, but just keep tuning in and whatever. And
you're not gonna hang up on me, Kevye.
I'm not hanging.
Don't even try it.
I'm sorry.
Don't even try it. Don't even try it. Answer the question, and then I will hang up. So you formed relationships with bitches, Dice?
This is not funny.
I'm not. You see.
It's
first of all,
let him live in his truth.
Let me tell you. I'm
bro,
laughing.
just answer.
I'm not laughing because it's funny. If anybody
it's
knows
fucking
me,
awkward. It's very awkward.
When anybody knows
it's
me,
uncomfortable for me.
I really get angry.
I'm scared to run into her now.
Yeah, it's not. You know, she knows that I'm not laughing.
But you know what though?
I'm laughing because it's just like a nervous.
But you know what, bro? All jokes aside, though, pretty much. If you wasn't embarrassed before today, you probably are embarrassed now. I know she probably feels embarrassed. So just answer her question.
When I say yes, because that's what I do. It's like automatic. It's like I build relations. Like if I'm talking to somebody, the energy is there, and it becomes a relationship. And a relationship doesn't have to mean a sexual relationship. Relationship means that you relate. That's it.
What have I told you before? That's even worse. I told you before. That's even worse.
Well then,
it's even worse.
Well
I
then,
can't give a fuck.
Turn her mic down for a second. Turn that down, because I don't. She's not. Nobody's gonna take over my show first and foremost, and nobody's taking over my life. Fuck it. I'm saying what I'm saying. You can hear it or not, but you're not just gonna come and just rearrange my living room and shit. You know what I'm saying? This is my living room. You're not gonna just come rearrange my furniture. What I'm trying to say is that the relationships are built through communication, and sometimes it gets out of control. It just grows. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And I find myself in these situations, and it messes with me. It stresses me out.
Right.
So this is what I'm saying. Like certain people take a word and then they create their own visual behind it. Listen to what I'm saying and don't put it in your story. Listen to my story. This is what I'm saying.
But because you're my homie, I'm going to tell you the truth, though. With some women, not knowing, the only thing they can do is to recreate.
That's what they do.
Right. But no. But it's I ain't going to lie. You got to think about it, though. It's right now, you owning, you telling shit, but it's on the fly. It's fucking live.
Yeah,
but you got it. Right. It's what I'm saying. So
I get it, but it's just something that men don't know how to be vulnerable, man.
I've said that.
They don't know how to be vulnerable. They don't know how to be transparent. They don't know how to share.
But women don't. We can't be.
And like
Why
I said,
men
sharpen men,
Why
like
can't
steel
men be
sharpen steel.
vulnerable
So if you're not being
transparent?
honest, and truthful, you dull, man. You just dull.
You want me to answer that?
I want to know why a man can't be vulnerable.
Let me be very clear, okay? When's the last time you asked a man that you was dealing with, right? What was wrong? It doesn't happen.
It does happen, and
no.
I'm happy that you brought that up.
No.
I'm so happy you brought that up.
I got more
for
it. I got more for it.
Okay.
Prime example. When you have a bad day, he has to know about it. You could give a fuck. Monday to Friday, your bad days they're recorded every single day. The moment he has a bad day, you might listen a little bit.
No, that's not true. Maybe. No, I'm really not, because I'm all about communication. And I feel like that's a lot of the reason why people cheat. They don't have communication at all. And a lot of men run away from communication. I've dealt with men where I'll ask them how their day was, what's wrong. I can sense something's wrong. They don't want to talk about it. I can't pull teeth. You're not a child. I can't make you talk to me. But my thing is, a lot of men are so focused on coming off as being so macho and so strong all the time, right, and they don't want to show their feelings. Maybe they think that's what you need. But no, granted, we all want strong men, but at the same time, we all have feelings. Just like I'm a strong person, I have feelings. I get hurt, I have bad days.
If a guy cries to you, wouldn't throw it in his face after the fact?
Why would I? You're a person.
Wait.
You're gonna be in your feelings. You're gonna cry. It's
Hold on.
human.
Tyler
It's
Perry is
natural.
ruining our
Have
women.
you
No,
been?
it's-
Have a man ever cheated on you before?
Yeah, that's happened.
I could tell. I could.
Come on, but
Who
anyway.
hurt
Yes.
you?
Like,
Did-
no,
did-
no,
did-
here's the thing. I'm not scorned. I'm not hurt. And I'm tired of men throwing around that word like, oh, you hurt, you bitter. I'm good. I'm at like the happiest point of my life. I'm single. I'm good. I'm dating. I'm straight.
As a man,
But let me just say that a lot of men stray away
back hurts.
from communication. And instead of them communicating to their spouse what the issue is, what do? They get on the phone with their raggedy moms and they want to vent to their moms about their girl. They want to talk to their
She's
friends.
directing this.
No,
No,
she's
I'm
right.
being
She's
straight.
right.
They
She's
want
right.
to talk to their homeboys about their girl. Their homeboys who probably don't even like the girl, who's gonna put more
Or do
ammo
like the
in their
girl.
back because they cheat on their girls or they're
Mm.
trying to fuck their girl. So they're gonna be like, oh, fuck that bitch, or they're gonna have girls on deck for them, or they won't communicate to their girl, but they'll vent to some other bitch about the girl, and they'll have sex with her, they'll sleep with her, they'll go on dates, and then they'll come back home, they're still upset, and what are they doing? They're still not communicating to their person, to their spouse, to their wife, what the issue is. Everyone else knows there's an issue, but
Right.
the wife still
She's
doesn't
right.
know. So
She's right.
how am I supposed to sit there and
But
know
that's what I
that
mean.
there's something that we need to work on if you, as the adult man that you are, cannot communicate to me what the issue is? Whether it's sex, whether it's, you're just not happy, whether I, put on weight and you're not happy with my looks now, say something. I'm a very...
Can you very quickly give me an example on how that communication would work? Tell
with
me.
like weight or something?
No.
With what? With
the
sex?
concept. No.
Just what? With anything?
With you see how we were talking about infidelity and pretty
Okay,
much the
yeah.
communication. Explain to anybody watching how
Uh-huh.
that conversation goes and how do you initiate that conversation from either part?
Okay, so...
That's a hard question.
No, it's not a
It
hard
is
question because
really hard
I'm a very honest person. So I get that there's some things that you have to say where there is no nice way to say it. Like
You just gotta say
So
it.
you just have to come out and say it, and you have to expect that they're going to be able to listen. If it's sex, for some people, I get it. As time goes on when they're dating, the sex isn't that spicy anymore, or they're feeling like, okay, we're not having enough sex. If you care about your lady, if you care about your man, and you feel like he's not fucking you enough, say something to him like, hey, babe, like, I've been noticing that we have not been having that much sex. I know for me, sex is not the one thing that I need, but if I'm dating someone, that is something where it's like, I need to have good sex with you. So
She needs the dick.
even for guys,
She needs
they complain like, oh, I'm tapping on my girl's shoulder and she don't want to have sex, or she always has a reason. If your girl puts on weight, say something like, you didn't meet her at that size, you want her to look good again, whatever. Say something like, if they care about you, that person will do what they need to do to work on themselves. So it's just that simple. But a lot of men wait till the last minute. They wait till they cheat to come back and be like, oh, this was the reason I did X, Y, Z. And at that point, everything is null and void. I don't care anymore about what you think I did that made you did it. You know why? Because you were selfish and you did it because you wanted to.
Okay.
So it's just that simple.
Damn.
I'm getting a lot
This
of Pam
one right here.
vibes. I'm
This
getting
one.
a whole lot of Pam vibes.
It's not no Pam vibes. It's
Listen,
just facts. I
I
feel
just
like
want-
at the end of the day, the main reasons why men cheat is because they're selfish, because most of them know that they could do it without any real consequences, and lack of communication.
So wait, but you sound like women are above
I just-
cheating.
let-
What?
I'm talking.
Wait,
listen,
let me
I'm
just
not,
say
it's the
one
same,
thing.
I'm
I
saying
just-
for men, I don't fuck women. I'm talking about men. So I don't. I can speak on the reasons why I know that they cheat.
You
But
don't-
So have you ever
I'm not
cheated?
say- no, I haven't.
You've never cheated.
I've never cheated. If I'm done with you, I'm done with you, and I'll let you know.
So
I'm
you've never taken a number?
No.
You
When I say
wait.
I'll be the first one to tell someone I'm not giving them my number, like if I'm single, I'm taking a number. If I'm with the person and I'm happy, I'm not taking your number.
right now.
Like,
Yeah. So right.
Wait, Kev.
right now,
let me
what?
say something
I'm
real
very
quick.
single, so right now, nothing.
Let me say something, Kev.
Look
You know,
at you.
first, you never answered the question.
She didn't. The
Has-
example.
About what? Have I said I never cheated.
No,
So
I didn't
what-
ask you that. I said, has a man ever cheated on you?
And I said yeah.
Okay.
A
she
while
said-
ago, like not
she
like
said yeah.
recent,
She
but
said
yeah, I feel
So-
like we've
so-
all been cheated on.
So this is all right, and I'm glad you said that. So my problem is not isolated. I've cheated. Men cheat. You said you feel like we've all cheated. So
No, I said like we've all been cheated on.
oh, we all been cheated
Yeah.
on. So that put so that this is not rare.
Right.
it's just something that happens. And like Nicole and I, like I want to apologize for my outbursts because I got upset. I realized that she was upset, but what happens sometimes with us is just she gets upset and then I get upset and then we hit right here and we explode. So it's just apologize to you again publicly, Nicole, for my outbursts. But I was just trying not to hurt anyone anymore. I previously told you about it, so it wasn't like this was I blindsided you or hurt anyone. And what I wanted to touch on with you is that when she said communicate. Men don't communicate, and I hear that a lot. But communicating doesn't mean I got to sit there and answer a bunch of your questions. If you're going to ask me 5,000 questions, we're not communicating. You're interrogating me.
And then it turns into an argument.
Yeah, and then it turns into an argument. You're not asking. We're not talking about sports. Like men sometimes communicate. We talk shit. We talk sports. We talk sneakers.
But
this is communicating.
But on the low, the one thing that I realized though, like the hardest part about communicating is when it's already a problem. So whoever approaches who, the energy's already unbalanced. One person's upset, the other person's pretty much at an even keel. So the moment it's what or why, it won't be no communication whatsoever because literally they're all questions. There's no communication in that. It shouldn't be a question. It's like literally a person's ability to listen, another person's ability to speak.
They said nobody. They talking about. You said you never cheated. They don't believe you.
Mm-hmm. They don't have to believe me because I'll be quick to let a person know that I'm done with you. That's the adult way to do it. You don't have to cheat on everybody. There are people out here who don't cheat. I am one of them. If I feel like I'm losing interest or if I feel like certain things that I wanted to work on are not being worked on, I'm out. Like, I'm straight.
Right.
Because I know that feeling when you are cheated on. So once you know how it feels, and even if you don't know how it feels, it's just like not the right thing to do. So we're not all perfect,
right.
But a lot of people cheat and they know what I'm doing is going to hurt the person that I'm with. So if you're knowingly hurting someone, at that point you just don't care.
Right. You are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. When you knowingly hurt someone, you just don't care. You don't care, and I do care because I try not to hurt people. This is the thing that like my circumstances is much different from your boyfriend or your ex-boyfriend or anybody else's because I've been without, and it's like it's like a butterfly. No, I don't even want to say that. I don't want to say that. I don't want to dig deeper. I just want to say that.
The fuck? You see that? Is that your people's?
What happened?
You don't see the comments, but let's just keep flowing. Let's keep flowing.
It's just
not
man. Again. All right. If it is bugging. All right. I'm gonna just say this. This is what I'm talking about. If you're watching the show and you're commenting right now, this is what I'm talking about. You see how that energy, how it affects everyone. It's a ripple effect. My man Mikey Mo, shout out to Mikey Mo, used to always say, when you drop a little pebble in the water, you're gonna see all the ripples. And
what the fuck?
These ripples are all negative energy. What's happening. Yo,
Can I ask you a question,
please stand down, y'all.
Can I ask you a
Family,
question?
yes.
If this was your wife on air right now, or if just in general she came to you and she expressed that she was cheating on you, how would you handle it? Or how do you expect her to be handling this right now? Because I feel like a lot of times the way that men want women to act when they come and tell us that they're cheating, when we go to a man or,
I'm different.
And try and tell them something, they're quick to call a woman damaged goods.
I'm different. My wife said that she never cheated on me the whole time. She told me that she never cheated on me throughout the whole time. The whole time we were married, she said she has never, ever cheated on me. Right?
Right.
Have I investigated that? No. I haven't. I'm different. I haven't investigated. I haven't went around. I haven't went around looking for stuff and things of that nature. But women, they look for it. They look for it. They look for it, and they will find it. They're gonna find it because men are not perfect. We ain't perfect. We watch. We're visual creatures. You might see something in our phone. What's that doing in there? But what are you doing in my phone? What do you can I step into your ear and go into your brain and look and see what you're thinking? No. I don't want you to do the same to me, and I don't want to be drilled. I don't want to be drilled. It's maybe, you know what? Nobody told me this when I was coming out. People told me things, but I didn't have the experience, and I created in 730 days. I created some chaos in my life, and I want to reset it. I want to reset that. I want to start over. I want to start anew. I want to tell my truth, and in my future, like, relationship, so to speak, my future conversations, my future communication, I'm going to say exactly what I feel.
Right.
And I hope people are ready for that, because it frees me up. It frees me up. You know what I'm thinking now. Now you want to know?
So starting tomorrow, you get to be who you want to be.
I get to be who I want to be starting tomorrow. I get to express myself and tell my truth. And I'm not going to lie. You know what I'm saying? And another thing, women don't accept the fact, like, if they ask me a question and I say I don't know, they keep asking. But the answer doesn't change because I don't know. I just don't know. I don't have that experience. I don't know. What do you want? I don't know. Everybody doesn't know what they want or what makes them happy. Because some people do, because that means they've been around and they've been experiencing all type of different stuff, and they says, okay, I did all of this. This makes me happy. I haven't really had that experience, so I'm still trying to get my life in order.
Shit. You
Definitely
took an unusual route. But
what the hell?
Yeah, it's crazy.
This
It's
needs more than
wild.
an hour.
For real, shit. It's really crazy.
Are you upset?
I'm great. I'm not upset.
Okay.
Why would I be upset?
You don't mess with men?
What you mean?
Did you say that?
She said she don't mess
I
with
said I
she
don't mess
with
with
women.
women.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not a lesbian. No offense to people that are, but I'm just not.
I'm just saying, but like,
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie. For people that don't know you, they could pretty misinterpret the energy that you gave in your answers.
No. But that's just me. I'm very passionate when I speak about things, but
I apologize.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, yo.
I'm not mad.
I'm very, very sorry
But
for
on another
my
note,
filthy
I mean,
affairs and my actions.
Dice might have not got his points across the way he wanted. You know what I'm saying? Whether people thought it was sincere, you got to understand, like, the bravery to come up here and do that shit regardless of anything and risk it all. Because, like, let's be clear. This wasn't scripted. That call wasn't scripted. And you got to look at that shit like that actually really just happened. This is this guy's life. So, like I said, you could either commend him, shun him for it, whatever you see fit. But that shit actually happened, though.
Right.
Like, damn, bro. Yeah, you just gotta stop looking at it, because that's what I did. Because it's like they going crazy on it, bro.
Yo, man.
Damn.
I said this not to hurt. I didn't, I pre-warned people, but I said it not to hurt anybody. That wasn't my intention. And if anybody knows me, is that my intentions is never to hurt people. And I try to create safe space for people. I try not to. I'm a pleaser and a dirtbag, so it's hard to balance that type of lifestyle. So it's just that I just had to, in order to be one way, I had to first clean out my closet, if that makes sense.
So after today, what happens? Do you start a divorce process, a separation process? Are you trying to salvage what you can with your wife, or you just want to be 100% like single after today?
After
I think you should have that conversation with her off air.
Right.
I think, yeah, just like, cause like I said, you've already bared enough, bro. You just bared enough, bro. You just bared enough. Like, you bared enough, bro. Like I said, you did this. Didn't nobody twist your arm, but honestly, anybody watching, you don't owe them anything else, bro. Like, straight up.
Right.
Like, anything that you decide or whatever you want to do, you have that conversation when you're supposed to have it. Like, whatever you want to do, bottom line, you don't owe anybody else watching anything else, bro.
Yeah, I tell people this just because I know somebody else is going through this. You know, there's a person out there that's going through the same thing, and and they just scared. Their fear holds them back.
Who did it?
And for a long time, fear has held me back too. So I went to a seminar called Landmark, and they pretty much teach you to just say it. And like you said, the communication is the key, and to be truthful. Truthful is the key word in communication. Like, you have to be honest. You can't be, in order for them to get it, and if they don't want to accept it, then so be it. But as long as you're not carrying it around like I was.
I want to say something, ladies. In reference to y'all communication, I think you should give it more thought. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I will say to you, and I feel like I'm going against the grain, but a lot of time when y'all are on to something, sometimes it do be kind of accurate, or sometimes y'all just be fucking bugging. But
we right.
y'all should convey what it is that you feel and how you feel and why you feel that way to whoever your partner is. And more so, like I said, you'll get the best result if you don't confide in anybody outside of that person that you need to talk to. And I don't mean your pastor, his mother, your friends, the girls that you go and sit under the dryer with. It should literally be you and this person, and y'all get the best result. And if y'all decide to maintain after that, y'all go on. But other than that, in reference to your communication, it needs to start in between you two, and you keep it in-house and fuck a group chat and all that other stuff that comes with the territory.
But can you agree that men have to be accepting to hear? Because a lot of times when women want to go to their man about something, the first response is, I'm not even trying to argue with you.
Because
but wait.
It's the approach.
It's not even that. You can say something to a man in the most calm way. If he doesn't want to have the conversation, his defense is going to be, I'm not trying to argue. And that's because people who don't know how to communicate see everything as an argument.
All right, the one thing I want you to understand, though, is you're speaking from your own perspective.
I'm speaking from other people's perspectives too.
But I want you to understand, not every man moves like that.
Yeah, and
some men are listeners.
Every woman goes and vents to their friends.
Right, but I'm saying, some men are listeners. If the approach is appropriate, you get the best results. But it's like 9 times out of 10, if I'm not guilty, it's like to approach me, I'm already. It's like, what the fuck is the point of the conversation if you're gonna approach me like
Yo, we got 50 seconds left. Before we get out of here, I just want to again apologize to the people that I hurt, and apologize for my actions, and I'm going to work on myself and work on being a better person, a better me. And y'all want to shout out your page real quick.
Yeah, you can go. It's all good.
Follow me on Instagram, Ladonish Jador.
She was dope too.
Thank you.
My name Kevye, KEVYE _. Yeah, I mean, thanks for watching. Shout out to Dice, man.
Yeah,
this was a hell of a show.
Yeah.
Shit, he put it on the line, man. Big up.
Right. Welcome home, Skip. Welcome home, C4. Welcome home, Harlem. Y'all be out. I'll be back next week. Thank you for watching the No Negative Behavior Show. Peace.